got here. And Mother Nature heard our prayers and our thoughts, and the rain went away. So thank you for joining us today. We are here today for a No Kings 2.0 protest to protest the current administration and their violations against the Constitution as well as human rights and democracy. The biggest thing I want to talk about beforehand is safety. Louder? Okay. The biggest thing I want to talk about today is safety. We've seen a lot of things going on, a lot of talk and chatter online about the possibility of counter-protesters, aggressors, things like that. If we have a situation where there are aggressors, there could be people even here right now with us that are not actually with us. It is our job to not fall for rage baiting, to not feed into the negativity. We are here to peacefully protest, and we must make sure that we are peaceful. If you have an issue with a person, please call it out to me, Heidi, someone else with Indivisible, and we will have one of our de-escalators go over to help control the situation, and we will contact the police. Real quick, I just want to talk today about how the division we have in our country and how we used to be the United States of America, and now we have become more of the divided States of America. I want to quote Martin Luther King Jr. Okay. I want to quote Martin Luther King Jr., and he said, "Human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable. Every step towards the goal of justice requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle, the tireless exertions and passionate concern of dedicated individuals." Today, we are those individuals, and we are here. We have seen many of our friends. We've seen many of our friends and neighbors be beguiled by this administration. These are people who, just like us, are frustrated. They are having issues paying their bills, feeding their kids, taking care of them. These people, they need better health care. So if your neighbor was scammed out of money, would we yell at them or something like that? We would not do that. So there are people that have been they've been beguiled, and they've fallen under sort of a spell with this MAGA thing. So we need to make sure that we are not feeding into the division. That means we don't argue in the comments. We need to be above it all, and we need to come together and become purple. It needs to stop being red and blue, Democrat and Republican. It is country over party, and we must all come together and not fuel the division. Anytime we're in the comments and we're arguing people, we are fueling the division and wasting our energy. We have to stop doing that. Type something out, read it, and think, is this going to help the movement? Is this a positive thing? Am I leading with positivity? The answer is probably no, so delete it, because we're not trying, this isn't about winning and losing. All right. So in closing, I just wanted to quote real quick, another Martin Luther King: "Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that, and hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that." We must come together and become the United States of America. And we do not do this for ourselves. We are doing this for the different people in the different marginalized communities that are being targeted by this administration. The Latino community, the queer community, women, I could just go on. Like, everyone is being targeted. And we must stand up and speak out. It is uncomfortable to protest. It is uncomfortable to resist, because resistance does not come naturally. We have all been raised to comply and go along to get along. The more you exercise your resistance muscle, the stronger it becomes. And the least that all of us here can do is be uncomfortable today as we stand in protest, because that's what we have to deal with. There are people that we are fighting for that have to deal with the fact that they might not be able to feed their children, or they may lose their children, their lives, their spouses, their jobs. We can be uncomfortable to try to help those people and to stand up and speak out and